Take 337. Anywho's, welcome back to the channel. Again, you wouldn't know this because this is about the 5th time I'm recording this. But welcome back to the channel right here. The thing, yes, the thing is back. If you watch the channel long enough, you know that this thing literally was on it for a couple episodes, had its own little immunity series, and bringing it back on the road. Sat for many, many years. Car, what, a year ago? Car's been nothing but reliable. But with the caveat that the death wobble came back. If you have been watching the channel or watched the revival of this car, you know I was fighting a death wobble. I thought I had it solved. It was solved. And now something's upsetting it again. So we're going to hopefully address it once and for all. When I did give the car back, I did give the disclaimer that it does need front drums because I did get them cut, but they're warped. So you feel it in the pedal and the wheel. And I think that's what was causing a lot of the upset. Or the initial upset. So we're doing drums. He bought brand new rims and rims. We're keeping the old tires. When I balance them, I'll see the run out, see if they're good. He doesn't care because he will buy new tires if he needs to. But we'll remount these tires on the new rims, see if that solves some things. Also, I'm going to put a steering dampener in. I don't think, without going through my footage, I don't think I did it. I'll know immediately if I go under this car and it's old. I don't think I replaced the dampener or replaced the dampener. Also, I'm going to throw caster shims in this thing to give it a little more negative caster to hopefully upset it, because I think it doesn't look bad, but I think I might be fighting a slight bent beam. So it's, not as perfect as it could be, for lack of better terms, I guess. But yeah, if anything we do doesn't fix it, it's going to need a beam. That's pretty much where I'm at. But let me get this thing up in the air, pop some hubcaps off, get some wheels off, and we'll start by doing drums. Because, like I said, they need to be done. They're warped. When I got them cut, they're right at the limit. So, and I know they've, been getting just worse because they're thin. So I got some brand new ones. We'll throw it on. Let me get this thing up to the air, get the wheels off, and we'll start doing drums. I'll be back. I already did one drum. I don't know if I've ever showed this, but when you get your new drums, they don't have the races put into them. Races, not racist. You can use a press, you could use whatever you want to do. I just go with, basically the quickest method that I've always used, sockets. I'll take a bigger side. This one's easy. Take a big side, start smacking it down. Be gentle, but fast, and she'll basically it'll self-center. You want to try to hit it equally, obviously, not to damage it or gack the cup and stuff like that. But once it finds its home, it'll smack down, and when it's level with the surface, it should only drive straight. With that said, get your other size socket to, set it into the bore. Make sure that she's seated. You'll hear a distinctive tone change, and that one's down. Yeah, these are the cheapest Harbor Freight sockets you can get. I mean, you can't even tell, but the chrome's actually blowing up on them. I thought I was breaking the cup. All right, other side, same as the first. Get your new cup. Where did I put the old bearing, or the new bearing? All right, new bearing's in there. And you can, if you want, put these in the freezer, heat the bore, and drop them, kind of thing. It's only like, I think probably like a 2,000 press, give or take. It's not ridiculous. So smacking them in's just fine. Like I said, I have heated them before in the past, you know, dropped them in that way. Just not on this. I don't know what I'm doing. That's trash. Same thing with this side. This side's a little more of a pain in the butt. I lost my flat cap because you don't have that much sticking up. What the hell did I do with it? Walk it around if you need. Shush. Walk it around if you need to. Do I got a bigger size that actually will fit this better? If not, I'll just do what I was doing. I think they're all universal sizes. That one fits a little better. But yeah, backside of my extension's all gacked up from pretty much using this set just to do bearings. Got the tone change. Look at the cup. It's seated. It's down. It's done. Two cups installed. Yeah, by the time it would have took me to set up my press, to get these things installed, to, you know, blah, 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 yakety and the schmackety, they're in. What do I do with my pry bar? There we go. As you can tell from the grease, we were in here. I think I did replace these bearings. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I might have. Especially seeing that there's all new grease in there. It's a 6. All right, let's get this thing off or unjam it. Yes, you might be asking, why haven't I taken the wheel off yet? Main reason, I forgot. Let's get the wheel off. Whoopsies. I also have to find my grease. Car come up a little bit. Be just a scooch, whatever, more convenient. That is the smell of going to be many, many reliable miles. All right, back to this thing. Vice grips. I am all over the place. And the wrench. I can never remember. Is it a 2 or a 4? It's a 4. Because the 2 is right here. Now the other thing I'm using the vice grips for is to hopefully not touch this. I know all you new mechanics out there are all how not to get wet, you know, wet with oil, changing freaking oil. I don't like grease on me. I'd rather have oil on me. It washes off. This stuff turns into like freaking napalm. Where am I going to put this one now? Well, yeah, there we go. Just put it in the cap. All right. Ooh, you are tight. We'll back you off if I. What else? The adjuster. There we go. This just shows the brakes were an adjustment. And we're obviously going to have to readjust the fronts. Man, you were way in there. pretty much tell how warped these things were. Just by how much I have to take out to get this drum off. Is that loose enough? There we go. Save that part. That one's needed. And get the drum off. Hardware looks good. Everything still looks good in here. Yeah, those are definitely new bearings. I put in wheel seals stuff. All looks good. Like I said, those are garbage. We'll pitch them. Man, the shoe is definitely been grabbing weird. Has some lines. I mean, nothing major. Not like, oh no, you're gonna need new brake shoes as well. They're not smoked, I guess is what I'm getting at. A little bit of lines, a little striation, but you know, nothing I'm concerned about. Can I go through the scare tactic and say, yes, you need all new stuff? I can, but am I going to? No. Also, don't do that. All right, let me pack some bearings real quick. Surprisingly, I didn't get all covered. Let me pack some bearings real quick. And we'll throw this drum on. Real quick, I don't know how you guys pack bearings, but I've been doing the same way for years. Basically, load up the big side and push it in until it squirts out the lintel side. They sell auto, you know, the auto packers, all that good stuff. You can use them. I've used them. Do they work? Yeah. Do I like them? No. Again, much time as it takes to pack these things? Two things. I'd rather know that they're packed and know like air voids, because I can also rotate them to squish. Also, like I said, I've been doing it forever like this, and I don't feel, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like I'm a massive production shop where, you know, I have to get 300 bearings packed in a day. I'm not, you know, rebuilding wheels for an aviation company. Plus their bearings are bigger by a lot. Interesting known fact, usually they run Timken, which is exactly what I'm running. Okie dokes, this guy, the inner is loaded. Just put a little more on the outside. Like I said, you can't really, as far as I know, you can't overload these things. Don't hold me to that, because apparently I know there'll be a keyboard jockey saying you can. I don't know. It'll work. What, you get a little more rolling resistance? Oh no. Scary on your 50 horsepower Volkswagen. All right, take it, drop it into your drum. Boink. That's the inner. Just gonna slam it in there. All right, get rid of the gloves. Yuck. Grease seal. Need one of them. They go on the other side, or on this side, and it holds the grease in, number one, and the number two, it holds that bearing in. Number three, open. There you go. New grease seal. Has a lip. Just pop it down. Well, lip. You'll figure it out. It only goes in one way. All right. Slide this guy on. actually snug. I'm gonna have to back those plates off, or back these guys off. Is this way for this one? Oh, make sure you degrease the drums. There we go. Boop. You know, rum, brake clean, rag, what have you. I didn't show it, but yeah, just clean it. I gotta touch it. Gotta touch everything. Usually I'll throw, me personally, a big glob in here. Why? I don't know. I've always done it. It's just a thing. Take your other bearing. Squish that in. Your indexing locking washer. Where the hell's the notch? Bottom. Put that guy in. Schmood. Just get all the mess over with. Wheel nut. Put this guy on. Come on. I like how I tried to keep my hands clean. Never works. Like I said, I'd much rather oil on me than bearing grease. Rotate. Tighten to snug. And give it about a quarter turn back off. It's on. Snug it down. Tight. I'm not even going to reload it, but I load the cap. Put this guy on. Everything under here still looks good. Surprisingly, no boots are cracked. I'll check the other side. But yeah, we'll also, is that leaking? Yeah, looked like the frame was wet. It is not. Fuel filter, how's that looking? Nice and clean, perfect. All right, let me do the other side. Got distracted again. Now, when you go to set the preload on your new drum, after everything's been packed and looking nice, and you still got a bunch of slop in it, tech tip. Put in your front bearing. Yep, just did that. Just tightening it, like, man, this still feels goofed up. Why? Why does it feel so goofed up? There's a lot of slop in it. Certainly everything's correct, or the right bearing. What makes this even more impressive, to me anyway, with it, is if it wants to come out, I even put in the lock ring, or the spacer, the washer. How I put that in with forgetting to put the actual bearing in, new to me. But, you know, live, learn, and, you know, keep going on. I was about to have to figure out an excuse on why everything's bad and terrible. Good thing it was simple fix, as far as I'm an idiot. So, Other than that, this side was fine. Same thing, blew everything off, cleaned it, so on and so forth. Everything looked good. Brakes were, fine. They're actually less screwed up than the other side, but, it is what it is on that. As far as, grooved. Again, I don't see don't see a reason in replacing them. The thing maybe only has probably 100 miles on it, 200 miles on it. I'm not gonna, yes, are you supposed to replace, new shoes or pads, what have you, with, when you do the drums or new rotors? Yeah, but are they bad? No. Like I said, I might have bad business practices, but I don't see the justification in replacing something that isn't bad. And once again, I stand by it. I warranty this. So if it's a bad diagnosis and it turns out that your brand new drums take a poop, well, that would be on me. And I will be buying brand new drums and brand new I'm trying to get the preload off so I can, or the drag off. So am I going the right? I have to be going the right way. Yeah. I don't think that one's even touching. I think it's just this top one. But yeah, I'll stand by it and put all new stuff on if it turns out that everything gacks it. Guys, steering dampener. Move your legs. How long have you had them? Located up in this area. You got the bolt right there. Take that out, it's a 17, and then you got one on the other side. Pull them, and hopefully it cooperates enough to come out. I need my screen so I can see myself. That's not the right size. This goes the same on any, let me just get a ratchet. This goes the same on Beetles, Gias, stuff like that. I'm back. Ta-da! Warm. All right, there's that. And like I said, there's one on the other side. Oh, light. Another one up here. I don't know if I made that better or worse. Probably worse. Nope, not bad. Hey, don't hit the gas. There we go. Break it loose. Nope, not enough. Still not enough. Quarter turn at a time. Let's have a weak battery. New battery. I will just get a ratchet. Weak battery. Now just get out of there. All right. Bushings in there. Let's try to get Get it out of the other side. Sometimes, come on, I gotta get the light again. Sometimes these stupid things come right out. Sometimes you just gotta fight them. Not sure what flavor this one's gonna be. Just get a little bit of a pry in there. I lost my pry bar. No, I didn't. See if I can just wiggle jiggle this one out. Oh yeah, she's coming. There we go. Out. Did I really not replace any brake lines on this car? Wow, I'm actually impressed. I thought I did. All right. Pull this guy out. Oop. I need that. Oh, she shot. Yeah, I know when I inspected this the first time, or obviously before I got on the road, everything looked really good under here. I mean, all the seals are still good, stuff like this. This was not effed up. Telltale sludge thing, and well, they're not supposed to move this easy. Plus, see all that squish? Good, good indicator of the death wobble. Hoping this was our smoking gun, but most likely it wasn't. Okie dokes, guys. New one. I don't know if I showed it or not, but new one. I want to make sure she fits into this bushing that's up here. Yep, perfect. All right, when we go on the other side, we'll sneak it through and then bolt it in. But this one is much, much more stiffer. So like I said, I don't know if this is the actual smoking gun that caused all this. I really could have just put it in from the other side. I don't know if this is the smoking gun that was that's the culprit, but the other one definitely was blown. So with that said, it definitely does not hurt to change this. Like I said, I mean, shocks, they can cause it, but I'm thinking that the tire imbalance is one of the issues. I cannot. Light. I gotta see where the hell I'm going. You come here. You go there. I just checked you. I know you fit. What? Damn it. Gently put that on. What is my 15? See if I can walk it out now. 14. All right, that's on. Yeah, blue Loctite, medium strength, for what is it? 200. Brain couldn't think of numbers. Same crap you get at the O'Reillys and all that stuff. Off the shelf stuff, I guess is what I'm getting at. All right, this side's much simpler. Hopefully. It's just put in the bolt. Oh, by the way, I got lucky. There's a, but you might not. These go into a sleeve that's in those things. Sometimes the sleeves get seized to these things, and you'll be taking the sleeve out as well. Make sure you take the sleeve off. If you're wondering why, say, your bolt isn't aligning or going in, it is most likely because that sleeve's on there. There are a few snugs. And tight. All right. Stop doing work. I don't need you to work anymore. Front suspension in. Grab a little slop somewhere. Ball joint feels fine. It's on the other side. See where we got, see where we're feeling slop now. Like I said, this car's been off the road for a while. I forget how long. It's in the box. Yeah. The box has some movement to it. Not the end of the world. Tie rods, everything, they're tight, so, I mean, it is what it is kind of thing. Are we going to go back and replace the box? I don't know. Maybe. Down the road. I don't know if I've already done this, but on his first service. But we'll do it again if we didn't. Yeah, if you didn't know, your beams, you might have seen me doing in other videos, but your beams have Zerk fittings in them. Fill them with grease. Up top, bottom, up top, bottom. All right. Now, am I going to go on this is good, or am I going to put caster shims in? Like I said, what they're going to do, they really shouldn't need them. That's the problem. What they do is they go under the beam, in between the beam on the bottom, and they actually put more negative into the thing. So bottom points out. Think of a motorcycle. On how like the fork rake is. There we go. On how the fork rake is. The further that the neck would be the pivot point. The further that pivot point is arced forward, the more it is more to self-center. So, you know, your wheels will go straight. The further that pivot point's back, the harder or the least likely those wheels are going to self-center. So basically, if you turn the wheel, they'll just stay one way or the other. So more negative, it'll stop. They'll basically want to force themselves centered. Might not be the absolute best way to describe it, but that's how that works. If you want quick steering, you go more positive. If you want slower steering, you go more negative. Okay, let me get this car down some. Tires are done deflating, hopefully. Yes. Let's get some rims mounted. Been saving that treat for set, you know, for now. I'm going to show you probably the easiest. I think I've showed it in other videos, but I'll show you the easiest way to change rims and tires and balance them as well. Be right back. All right, guys, tire time. Easiest way I found to do tires. Use your tire machine. Yeah, mine's a Coates 70X AH3. I don't know what you guys have, but this one seems to suit me just fine. No, in all seriousness, you can like spoon these on and off if you want to and balance them with a bubble. I don't. Even the Harbor Freight cheapy tire changer, those work. I've used them. I might do a video on how to, like, say, use one. I don't recommend them just because they're awkward. You have to bolt them either to the floor or a pallet, or a pallet to get them to work, because they just move all over the place. Like I said, in a pinch, in my youth, I did have one. I actually still probably have one. But yeah, when you do tires, even as you know, slow as I do, or is not as frequent as I do, having good stuff is key. Makes the you know, back-breaking work a little more tolerable, because steel wheels not really a big deal. Spoon them on, spoon them off. You can fight them, because, like I said, I wasn't fortunate always to, you know, have cool stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't always fortunate to have, you know, obviously tire machines at my disposal and stuff like that. So I did the struggle bus special for, hell, years. The other thing I find funny is I have said I've balanced tires before, this, that, and the other thing, or, you know, done tires. I think I've only showed it maybe on one video. And I've actually been questioned on, do you actually do them yourself? And the answer is yes. I didn't get this comment on the last video I said I balanced tires on, which would be, I don't know if it's out yet or not. Oh yeah, it'd definitely be, that video would definitely be out. Question if, because I said I balanced them, but I didn't show it. And you always got, you know, I want to take the speculation out of if I actually do it, or if I like took it somewhere. The correct answer is yes. If you watch this channel long enough, I have the machine to do things. All right, old wheels off. Rims, what have you. He'll get them back. Now, there you go. Let's get the new ones. Nice, shiny, updated aluminum unit. I know. It is quite nice. Boink. Put that on. Again, this, actually, I need to put, before I get too far ahead of myself, I kind of want to be able to air this thing up. Trust me, I have put in tires or put on new rims before, forgetting that they're new rims, and forget to put the valve core in. Valve stem, what have you. It's a little embarrassing. Boink. But they install good. They install easy. It's not really a big deal, but just because you push down the bead and you do what I just did anyway. But I like to be able to pop them in this way, I guess. All right, tires. Blink. Hold, please. Developments have happened like always. 15.4.5. These things are 14s. It's like, it's taking a little more effort than I wanted to. Let's hold on before you F anything up. I don't know if it'll pick up, but these are 195/70 14s. So these will not fit on those. Should I have checked it? Yes. Did I? Well, no, I didn't. Reason being is I know the owner said he held them up side by side and they look like they were the same size. There's definitely an inch difference. Because that was one of my questions I asked him. I was like, did you, did you order 14s or 15s knowing that this had 15s on it, or 14s on it? He said he ordered 14s. Or, yeah, he said he ordered 14s. Lo and behold, he ordered 15s. I have 2 tires actually, 2 brand new ones. Ah, lordy! What did I order? 195, 65, 14. I have 2 195, 65, 14s. I could order 2 more in. I'll probably go with a 70 profile just because I like 65s on cars. The thing could handle a 70. Let me call him and see what's up, because, well, now I got a, floating thing and 2 dismounted tires. Obviously, I'll just slam, these back together and no harm, no foul kind of thing. But yeah, we have a slight oopsie. Another reason you took a little care in taking the tires off, just because if I screwed them up, we'd be in a problem. Shit. Let me make a phone call, see what I got for tires. Like I said, I have 2 brand new ones over there, but that doesn't help me. I need 4. I'd rather have 4 matching ones. Not saying I can't get those, but if I can't, I want 4 matching. So, most likely we're getting tires. See how fast I can get tires in. Always fun. I'll be back with updates. Crap. All right, guys, the audio is probably terrible because I'm just recording straight through the camera. I don't have my mic on or anything like that. But after the wheel debacle of not being able to, put a 14-inch tire and a 15-inch rim, well, I want to show you the reason that we're even replacing them, and hopefully this comes through. And I think I showed it in the last video with these, with this, but I'm not sure. But see if I can hold this straight. I'll show you the run out that's on this thing. Do I have anything I can just put you on? Probably not. But yeah, the run out on a tire is pretty extreme. I don't know how well that's picking up, but it definitely has a walk. Also, they are balanced. I did remount the tires. Obviously, so hopefully they're not going to vibrate as bad. Obviously, the other tires are going on the car, and or the other rims. I ordered new tires; they're going on the car. But at least these are back to being balanced and everything else if you need them as a spare. So join me, I guess, when tires come in and we'll put them on the correct way, I guess. Stay tuned. All right, guys, it's been a few days, since my last recording on how to put on a tire. That's what I get for being a smartass. Got new ones shipped in. They'll work. That was a whole debacle in itself, because apparently when you order tires in as frequently as I do, and I lost my squirt bottle. There it is. Order tires in as frequently as I do, and because my normal vendor was out of stock, switch vendors. Well, apparently they like to lose your stuff. Or they say they ship 4 tires, but you only get 2. And it takes you forever to get a response out of people. But it annoys me, I guess is what I'm getting at. Not every, obviously not everybody does business the same, but I get really irritated when the simplest thing as far as, hey, I'm not mad, just work with me here, turns into, oh, it's not my fault, it's, FedEx or the carrier's fault. We'll get a hold of them. Cool, but you ain't helping me. What about sending me replacements? What about making this right? No, we gotta wait on what FedEx says. What if you send me 2 new tires and I will buy 2 other ones when they showed up? No, we can't do that either. You guys are real gems. Like I said, just bought stuff like this annoys me because, like I said, I know how obviously I do business, but doesn't always work, you know, nicely towards me either. Come on, stay. Oh, I'm gonna need extended bolts. 1 second. All right, guys, let's take this thing out. Oh, I got it sort of turned around, but I at least got it turned around enough for me to get it out because she was shoehorned in the corner. I don't think I showed the, it's been a few days, I've been working on, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but a Carmen Gia. Been a few days, so I don't know what I showed. I'll give it a tour, but wheels and tires are on. Let's see if, hopefully we cured the death wobble. Join me on the road. Well, initial thoughts is I think we're pretty okay. Go back to my other videos. It really didn't take much to upset this car. I fought the wobble for a while and a couple test drives. Like I said, right now, I think it's better. I know it's better, number one. But with that said, like I said, you hit like any bump, it would upset it. And a lot, if you go and watch the videos, a lot of it, you can watch the steering wheel. It was just kind of doing whatever it wanted to do when I hit the brakes. So, braking's fine. I can't see nothing. I'm not touching it. I have broke mirrors before. Brakes work fine. No weird pops, rattles, wiggles. Is driving true, so that's good. I'm happy I didn't put the caster shims in and you know, shotgun all the repairs. Yeah, I'm happy to like just put those caster shims in and, like I said, shotgun all the repairs because we'd you know, you start to run out of, I'd say, diagnosing like what actually fixed it. I'm pretty sure the dampener did most of the fixing, coupled with those wheels and tires, mainly the wheels. Man, I think I have a shot, or I think I recorded one of the wheels, one of the fronts. I mean, you could definitely see run out. So what I think might have happened, and this is speaking on, I think this thing's fixed. With that said, what I think happened was, like I said, the dampener, should I have replaced it? Probably, originally, when I had the death wobble. But like I said, it went away. We had a combination between bent rims and warped brakes. So what I think was happening was, even if I replaced that, I think that caused the old dampener, because it was original, to blow or to fail. So what I'm thinking is, whether I replaced it or not, we would have had an issue, or it still would have been there. Again, it's purely speculative. Yeah, I pulled in there because the door flew open. Oh yeah, this is like driving a new car. Seat adjuster. Why? Give me back. Thank you. Sitting me moving the seat's a lot easier than me, well, the backrest is a lot easier for me than moving the seat back and forward. Also a little more, you know, convenient for my customers. Come on, people. Ooh, 944. Thing still drives as good as I give it back to him. Well, better, engine-wise. Transmission, I'm happy, it's running perfect. No issues on that. If you remember, there's a fourth gear whine, or there was. City driving, I barely put it into 4. We'll do it on the way back, because I know I'll have a stretch of road, but it's shifting a lot better. I think I said in the video, when I did the transmission, sometimes you just got to, they got to wear in some. When someone tells you that, it's not always BS. Let's try 4th. It's probably not going to pick up at my mic. It's still there, but not bad. Train tracks. Where are you going, dude? Big truck. Yeah, there's still a slight whine, but nothing, it's definitely not as loud as it was. All right, well, quick test drive. She rides great. Again, not trying to hit stuff. But yeah, you can actually use this. I think I said he was getting, it got so bad and the tires were low, so I think that caused some of it. But it was getting so bad that, you know, sometimes he was able to power out of it, and then it just basically came, he had to come to almost a stop so it would go away. According to this, I'm doing 45, and it's like driving any other car. All right, drive me on the big cam. I'll give a quick tour, and yeah, it might come through the mic, but I'll give a quick tour of, you know, work done, obviously, or final product. But this thing, I say we're fixed. Strong little car this is. All right, back in the shop. Quick, like I said, just quick test drive. If it was going to show signs of, you know, all over the place. Oh yeah, I got a mic there. If it was going to shake, you know, my teeth or filling is out, it probably would have done it on that short little run. Only reason being is I've lived with this car with many test drives, and I kind of vaguely know the quirks of what it was doing. Like I said, you start, I mean, it would get upset at, you know, say 30 miles an hour. You hit a pothole and she starts going, she would just go, watch the videos, watch the original revival of this thing, literally and physically. It was bad. Ended up thinking I solved it, but it did have warp drums at the time. They were not replaced. We didn't do the front drums on the car. They're new drums now, obviously. See this in the video. But yeah, didn't replace the front drums. That led to, you know, pedal vibration and, you know, jerking the wheel a little bit. But the big thing is guarantee was those rims, because I got it to go away whenever I swapped, you know, I found the best non-bent rims, I guess, put them on, and that seemed to solve it. Yes, it would get upset just a little bit, but it was not great drivable, but it was drivable. From what he was saying this car was doing, basically it was just, you know, you had to come to a stop to, you know, make it go away. Yeah, not really ideal, especially if you're trying to get somewhere or if you have traffic behind you. I mean, you're driving a Volkswagen, you're always going to have traffic behind you. But with that said, you don't want to just randomly have to come to a stop because, you know, the poo's coming out because of the death shake. But yeah, this is done. 4 new tires, 4 new rims, steering dampener. And I think I said, when I said it in the car, the reason I didn't replace the dampener, because I'm sure if you've watched the original, oh, you should, you know, with the wobble, replace dampener. The dampener was good. I did pull, I don't think I have it in the video, but I did check it. That's also kind of why it came out a little easy on this one, or easier. I did check it. It was fine. It felt fine. It wasn't like, you know, boop, 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 boop. When I pulled the disc up, well, all the juices came out of it. And, yeah, I think it's just, it was work for 50 plus years old. It finally said I had enough, I guess is what I'm getting at. So let me grab the big camera, give you a quick walk around, show you the final product, and yeah, wrap this thing up. But like I said, I think this thing's good. Seems good. Runs good still. I like it. Like I said, I do stand by my stuff. Parts and labor. And I didn't even charge. I put a new belt on. I didn't even charge him. I know, I'm a nice guy. I'll be back. By big cam, I'm just gonna stand the GoPro. Hopefully the audio's all right. Yeah. New wheels. Got them mounted. Like I said, they're on there. I like them without the hubs. These wheels do have the provisions to run hubcaps. I don't know if it'll pick up on the box, but it does have the little dotty holes, and I have to give these back to him. Not the boxes, unless he wants them. Where are they? They come with the hardware to screw in to adapt to do hubcaps. But yeah, like I said, ooh, I came close to this chair. Yeah, wheels mounted, balanced all the way around. Ran good. Like I said, the engine ran good. I mean, I didn't do anything, I don't think, on this video with the engine, but like I said, put a new belt on just because the old belt was, well, really loose. I don't know why. I suck holding this GoPro. It's all over the place. It's worse than my normal dad cam. Don't mind the blue thing in the back. That's a story for another day. But let me actually get my other camera set up, and yeah, I'll close it out. But yeah, car drove good. Like I said, I was a little, what was that? I was a little, you know, I don't know. Let me check. I'm going to check tire pressure. Those look a little low in the back. Fronts look fine. Obviously, I'm going to double check it, but now that I see it, I'm going to tell you that I got to do it, even though I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, like I said, car drove fine, runs fine, it's good. I hedged my bets, I guess is what I'm getting at on this, because, well, he's coming to get it today and I didn't drive it. This is the first time I'm driving it. When I look at the screen, it looks like well, not even the screen. When I look at the lens, it looks like I'm like staring off into space more than normal. I don't know. If that comes across, just think what you think. But, all right, got to load this thing up with all the stuff. Well, I got to close out this video and then load this thing up and, you know, get it out the door. But I'm happy it's fixed. I'll be back. I don't know why I did that. We did it anyway. I'll be back. All right, guys, closing out this episode on closing out this episode on the 73 thing. Yes, it is done. It is actually a usable vehicle now, and it doesn't want to, like, you know, put you into a hedge, which, you know, I mean, per vehicle or a car, you know, that's kind of what you want. I mean, unless you have a Mustang, then who knows. But with that said, the drums definitely fixed the braking. You know, the pulsing in the pedal, you can feel it and also feel it in the wheel, obviously, because it's on the front. Steering dampener, well, it did a thing. The other one was leaking, so, I mean, doesn't hurt replacing it. And the bent rims with having these new wheels and tires on it definitely took care of the rest. Do I know what the smoking gun was? No, I don't. I don't know because I didn't take it out after every repair because I knew something was going to fix it. Put it that way. I knew it wasn't a tie rod. I knew it wasn't a ball joint. I was skeptical on the front end, though, just because, like I said, I do have caster shims to put more shim in it to try to alleviate anything else if it came up. I'm happy I didn't go that route and do it. But with that said, the work that was performed obviously was needed, and it is 100% better. You can actually drive it, not worry about, you know, poo coming out when you see a bump in the road, because that's basically how you had, apparently he was having to drive it. I think I covered this in the car, but yeah, basically, when I gave it back originally, the wobble was gone. Obviously, the brakes still had a shake to them, but at speed, if you hit a bump, it didn't go all over the place. Progressively, as he was driving it, it was just getting worse and worse and worse, which leads me to believe that, well, one of two things. Air pressure in a tire would cause it, just depending on what it was. I can't remember what these were. I might have said it somewhere in this video, but I can't remember. Currently, it's the time of filming. Air pressure in a tire definitely can cause it. Also, the dampener. We know the dampener was bad, or at least it looked bad. It felt bad. So I'm going on. It was bad. That changed it, so that should have took care of some of it. And then, like I said, the wheels and tires took care of the rest. As far as the pedal goes, it would upset the steering here and there. Hard braking, it definitely would. But just like a casual brake, it really didn't. It just was annoying more than anything. But you do the braking combination with a pothole, oh, it was game over. But like I said, when I gave it back originally, and even after the last time I had worked on the car, it was fine. It was still there, it was still present, but it was still drivable. But like I said, the owner just said it progressively got worse. So it was either a dampener or tires losing pressure, one of the two. The bent wheels, like I said, didn't help. But with that said, this thing drives, he can enjoy it, he can actually take it on, I'm not gonna say the interstate, I mean, there's no reason you can't. I'm just saying you might get run over in traffic, but it'll hold. Want him to get, obviously, just because of this, just keep me updated if something comes awry or up, I'll take care of it. But as of right now, it drove fine. I was doing 45 to, you know, speed around town, and I couldn't upset it. You get a little bit of a quiver, and that's normal. Just to a car for me anyway. Just steering feel, I guess, is what I'm getting at. It wasn't. It never once felt like it was gonna start getting a mind of its own and going all, you know, Christine on me. So that's a good thing. But with that said, I'm happy I hedged my bets on myself again, and the owner's gonna come and get this thing today. Like I said, it's been raining here. I mean, it's been monsooning. So this is the first day I actually was able to get it out on the road. Coincidentally, it's the same day he's coming to get it. So if it didn't work out, I mean, I'd have to make excuses. I don't want to make excuses. I just want to get rid of the car. You know, with a satisfied customer, obviously. But with that said, if you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you do. I promise you we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully, see you on the next one. Next one. The one after this. Thanks, guys.